How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy BP. This is your boy Skippy right here on the corner. And we are, of course, talking about Raw, man. Interesting week, to say the least. Raw started off, man, with the WWE champion coming out to the ring with his advocate.
He actually comes to work.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
With his advocate, Paul Heyman. And, man, what a shocking announcement for Brock Lesnar to say, well, he didn't say, but his advocate. So he's done himself inside the Royal Rumble as the #1 entrant. And I made a mistake the other day thinking that the WWE title's on the line, but it's not.
But it should be.
But it should be, but it's not. So here's a question I got for you. Brock Lesnar goes into the ring and he ends up winning the Royal Rumble. Does this mean, is he get to pick his opponent, or does this mean he's going after Bray Wyatt's title?
If you win,
you know what I'm saying?
Adam Cole's title.
Yeah.
But we know he's not winning. Let's put that out there.
There's no way.
We know he's not winning.
So whoever does win this match, whoever, whether it be SmackDown star, NXT star, or the Raw star, whoever does win this match is more than likely going to be going against Brock Lesnar for the WWE title. Now,
I will say I don't think that's necessarily true. Maybe. But
you still got
whoever eliminates him could be his opponent.
That's true. Now, here is my theory. I've been thinking about this. Okay, Keith Lee could very well win the Royal Rumble. Okay? That does not necessarily mean that Keith Lee is going after Brock Lesnar. He can go after Adam Cole for the NXT title. He can go after Bray Wyatt.
Right.
So there you go. I got a new opponent for Brock Lesnar at the WrestleMania, dude. And here it is, dude. I'm gonna tell you, because these motherfuckers are sleeping on Drew McIntyre, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Speaking of that,
Drew McIntyre could throw Brock Lesnar over the top rope.
He could.
So,
I was reading the reason that they're putting Brock in the Rumble is simply because Raw had no baby faces available to wrestle Brock. And then they're trying to push McIntyre into that role.
And, man, people are starting to like McIntyre. I was watching Raw, dude.
Yeah.
And the people were actually getting behind Drew.
Yeah.
And it was interesting seeing him.
I love
I love him, too, when he was bad. Just like I was always a Randy Orton fan. I've been always a Seth Rollins fan, Roman Reigns, whether good or bad. But Randy Orton, I like him better bad. Seth Rollins, I like him better bad. Drew,
it really
I don't know,
sucks
dude.
that, for whatever reason, the top heels in WWE, there's never a good monster heel anymore. It's always your whiny, annoying heels like Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
And Seth Rollins, he's a terrible fucking heel in my opinion.
So you really see Seth Rollins being a face?
I think that was stale and they needed to do something different.
Yeah.
But he's always been one of those heels that has to have backup and not
So how you feel about him turning Drew McIntyre face? That'll be interesting. I don't think I've ever seen him face on WWE product.
Maybe 3-man band or something. I don't know. They're pretty much, I don't know. They weren't.
I take it back. He was a face when he first came back to NXT.
Was he?
He was a face because he was Drew Galloway at Impact, but he came back as Drew McIntyre to NXT. Then he became the NXT champion, and Andrade beat him. Remember?
Yeah. And then
So yeah.
I got an interesting theory of who Brock Lesnar's opponent could be. Bro.
Really?
Matt Riddle.
Not real.
I think he could be a legitimate threat. He's got the MMA background.
Not taking away from Raw. Speaking of Matt Riddle, man, this is another thing. If you are guys are paying attention to NXT this week, you got the Dusty Rhodes Clash coming up. Matt Riddle's tag teaming up with Pete Dunne to be his partner for this Dusty Rhodes challenge thing, tag team thing. So that was interesting. You brought that up. I just want to bring that up. But yeah, back to Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre and Bro. Like you said, you think that
Brock is notorious for liking to work with smaller, athletic guys,
right?
And I think that Matt Riddle is more athletic, per se, than Drew McIntyre, and he's smaller than Drew McIntyre. And like I said, he could come off as a legitimate threat. He's got the MMA background as well.
I thought AJ Styles did a phenomenal job against, I mean, no pun intended, he did a phenomenal job against Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar works really well with small guys.
He really does.
He really didn't want anything to do with Braun Strowman. He never did.
But man, I think Drew McIntyre is going to be the one, dude. I'm telling you.
It's an interesting thought. But like you said, it doesn't necessarily have to be the winner of the Rumble.
You're right.
Who eliminates Brock that pisses off Brock to giving the match.
I was reading fan-based opinions for the WrestleMania thing, and I came across this card saying that Roman Reigns is probably going to be going against the Fiend at WrestleMania. They threw Brock Lesnar in there with 4 guys, defending his title against 4 guys out of nowhere. I don't know. Drew McIntyre was one of them. They had some other stuff on there. Sasha versus Dana Brooke versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. They totally forgot Lacey Evans. So it was just like a fan-based bullshit they made. But anyway, yeah. So there you guys go. Number 1 entrant is going to be Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble. So that's going to be interesting. Title's not on the line. So
we don't really know who's in the Rumble for sure yet. I think Roman Reigns announced.
Roman's going to be in it. Drew's in it. I'm not sure who else.
Obviously, we'll get some surprise returns and things of that nature.
Edge, maybe Punk.
Hey,
I
here's
don't
an
know.
interesting one, John Cena.
John Cena, there you go.
I wouldn't say that he.
Dude, I'm hearing Hulk Hogan, dude, is going to be in the Rumble.
I could see it because he's constantly said he hates his last match wasn't with WWE.
Yeah. So
at least
he's going to have a WrestleMania moment, probably, and that's going to be it.
I don't know. John Cena and Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania?
That can be it. That can happen. That can happen actually in a Rumble where these two get into it, like you said, and try to throw one another out. Who was the better era, of all time?
And that's another one. I wouldn't be surprised when the Rumble is John Cena. Again, he goes after the Fiend.
Yeah, well, that's interesting.
Especially with the Daniel Bryan being kind of like, well, used to be.
I'm telling you, man. Vince is pushing Roman back in that section again against the Fiend. So, I don't know. I love Roman. I love the Fiend, man. But I think they should hold off on Roman for like another year. They should maybe let Roman just go after some mid-card title belts right now, and just take Roman away from that main event spot for right now, and put someone else in that spot against the Fiend.
I've read that Vince thinks that he's ready to be pushed again. But
who knows?
There's just so many good guys that
there really is. There's a lot on the roster, man. That's not
underutilized.
You're right. U.S. title match, man. Here we go. Rey Mysterio getting his rematch against Andrade for the U.S. Championship. I'm gonna tell you, man. Rey Mysterio won the match. Zelina Vega put Andrade's foot on the rope, which is so funny to me. Zelina is she is needed by Andrade out there. It's funny, but I hate her. I hate her being out there. I thought Ray should have won this match, but it didn't happen. I gave this match actually a 5 stars because I really thought it was great. After the match was over with, Andrade did win because the match was restarted. Andrade did win, but Andrade also unmasked Rey Mysterio. And I thought they was going to finally be all right. We're done with the match. Ray's out there now. But no.
Yeah. I read somewhere they thought that it would lead to like a mask versus hair match or something, which God knows I'd love to see Andrade lose that stupid man bun. But
no doubt, dude.
But I've also heard that they have no intentions of that, and I don't know why pull the mask other than just good heel, piss people off.
I'll tell you what, man. Andrade is a good heel. He's an excellent wrestler, man. He's a phenomenal worker.
It was an incredible match, though.
It really was. It really was. I loved it. Enjoyed it.
I don't know where this is leading because at some point, I mean, I don't know. Like, here's my problem. I wanted Ricochet in this match. Why is Ricochet just? I don't know. It's like they don't know how to work Ricochet into things.
And where does Humberto Carrillo fit in all this, though? You got to remember, Andrade took him out a couple weeks back.
Yeah, it's got to lead to something.
So something's going to happen. Maybe a fatal 4-way for the United States title. Dude, I'm telling you, something's going to happen either at the Rumble or, turn around at WrestleMania and have a big match for this United States Championship.
Well, you never know. Maybe an Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah, there you go.
you really see Brock working Elimination Chamber?
Why is it always the heavyweight championship belts defended inside the elimination chamber? You're right. Why can't IC title
I
be
think we got a
defended?
tag team one
Or
last
US?
year.
Yeah, that would see. I'm telling you, dude, things can happen here. Another interesting match that happened that night was a triple threat tag team title match. The Viking Raiders defended the titles against the boys, the Street Profits, and the OC. And I give that match 4 stars. It was actually really good. All 3 of these teams, man, put on a great showing. I thought the OC was going to win. I really did.
Yeah.
The way things were, because, last 2 weeks, the OCs had the Viking Raiders' number.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I really want the Street Profits for some reason. Like, I just love them guys.
I like Street Profits too.
But it was a great match. I'd give 4 stars too. It was good to see the Viking Raiders finally get one up on the OC, like you said.
Finally got one. They got one up on both teams, Street Profits and OC. Yeah, but you're right though. OC was ahead. Now the Viking Raiders did to get the win here against 2 teams, so that was interesting. Our next match, next thing it's coming up. Becky Lynch comes out and she's talking about her big match coming up at the Royal Rumble against Asuka, defend the Raw Women's Championship against Asuka, and Asuka comes out to confront her, and of course she's talking Japanese. Nobody can understand what the hell Asuka's saying, but I think it's funny. It was a great segment, especially when she got in the ring, and Becky just fucking laid her out and just walked out of the ring. That was it. It was just funny.
Yeah, Asuka just kept running her mouth, and all of a sudden a sucker punch, and Asuka goes down.
Yeah, Asuka went down, and she got back up, and Asuka was pissed. So that's gonna be interesting to see. I'm really hoping Asuka does win the Raw Women's Championship against Becky Lynch at the Royal Rumble, whether it be Green Mist or whatever she uses. I think that they need to put Becky in another situation. I don't know.
I disagree just because I want to see the tag team titles go somewhere instead of just sitting idle.
That's what I'm saying. So I think Asuka's going to end up winning the title, but they're going to be losing the tag team titles.
Maybe.
Kairi Sane's hurt. Still.
Yeah.
So what if they vacate them titles? So I don't know what's going to happen there.
I think it's just Becky Lynch is going to win this one because...
Good. See, I also heard that if Becky Lynch does lose this match on that night, that Becky Lynch is entering the Royal Rumble, but not the Women's Royal Rumble, the Men's Royal Rumble, because she's the man. And the Women's Royal Rumble, this is fan-based, the Women's Royal Rumble, a man is entering that. It's going to be Drake Maverick. So think about that bullshit.
Oh, fuck.
That's just a fan-based thing. Yeah, I just read it. It's funny.
Fan theory.
Yeah, fan theory. Anyway, next up, Eric Rowan, man, against this KJ Orso guy, this little squash match, which is a 1 star for me. I didn't really give a shit about it, but it was funny to see Mojo Rawley backstage interact with Eric Rowan, and Eric said, "Yeah, you can look in the cage." Finally, he let somebody look in the cage, and Mojo about jumped out of his skin, dude. So
what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. So he jumps out of his skin, but during this match, he let KJ, this squash match guy, look inside the cage, and when he did, dude, blood all over the place. What the hell was going on?
I have no idea.
What could it be, dude? I like to see Mojo next week actually talk about. I don't know what's going to happen. If you guys hear a horn out there, don't worry about it. Some bus picking up one of the kids out there. But anyway, man, that's what happened with that. Next up, AJ Styles, man, went 1-on-1 with Akira Tozawa. Of course, AJ Styles wins. I gave this match 2 stars, but he won with RKO.
Yeah, it's not the only move he used either. He used
the DET.
Yeah.
The rope DET.
It's interesting. Good heel tactics here. He's trying to get under Randy's skin, and I think it's working. Well, I like to work in storyline.
Obviously, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think AJ and Randy are actually put on a good storyline, a good show on both. What was funny to me was Randy, I thought legitimately he was hurt because if you guys remember on a live event, Randy Orton did get hurt, but they went ahead and just grabbed that and took it off of the story, and that was it.
His acting there was about as good as Mark Henry's. when he was about to retire and then turned on Cena.
Dude, that was funny. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Mark Henry says, "Yeah," he cried. I was, "Oh, I'm done, man. I'm done."
Your baby boy's coming home, mama.
Right, that's funny. That was actually pretty good. Bobby Lashley and Lana come out, man.
Good God.
Oh my God, this storyline just needs to quit. But they come out and they challenge Rusev for next week to a match. Bobby Lashley told Lana to shut up this week, and that was actually pretty funny.
Oh, Lana was pissed too. You
Pissed.
can see it.
But when they came out, if you guys did not see in the audience, some guy was holding up a sign. This is Lana loves BBC. Now we all know what that means, and the WWE security did not like that, and they ended up snatching that sign off the fella. I'm surprised they didn't kick the guy out.
So the two hilarious things here is me and the Spirit were talking about this earlier. The BBC had a bunch of stuff scribbled out underneath it. Like maybe they wrote like British Broadcasting Company or something stupid, and then decided, you know what, this is funnier and script. I don't know what but first that was funny.
Yeah, man.
The second thing that's funny about it is you can start to see security walking around trying to find out where the sign is.
Yeah.
And you can just watch the guy drop it for a minute, put it back up, and you can see this going on in the crowd.
I actually watched this, and these guys were at work, and I actually texted them. I said, "Dude, you got to watch the segment, and you got to watch the sign behind Lana." It was so funny.
Then watch the sign just get snatched out of nowhere.
Great moment.
That was hilarious. The other hilarious part about this segment is I had a good laugh when Rusev gets up on the Tron and he goes, "Hi guys, it's Rusev from Rusev Day." Like, he's just funny.
He evidently, I mean, we know he wasn't in Hawaii, but he looked like he was in Hawaii on vacation. It was a really funny segment.
Yeah, I love Mario there, Super Mario. Yeah, that's what he reminds me of.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
does now. Yeah.
Yeah, good segment.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Next up, man.
Oh wait,
I'm sorry.
let's not forget about the little blooper before Lana and Lashley come out. For some reason, they cut to the ring, and inside the ring, you see security mauling somebody, and here it turns out to be the Reverend from the segment.
From the segment from last week when they got married.
Yeah.
And they thought the Reverend was actually a fan jumping in the ring, but they ended up, Scary ends up jumping on. It looked like he was trying to beat the crap out of the dude.
Yeah, and for some reason, the live camera jumps on the ring on the action. Maybe, producer didn't know what was going on either.
Talk about a bots move there, but
Yeah.
that was actually a pretty funny moment.
So that I wanted to bring that up.
Next, that was actually funny. Next up, you guys, this right really surprised me. Miss Charlotte Flair comes out to the ring, the Queen, and she's taking on Sarah Logan, dude. Dude, I'm gonna tell you what.
Match never started.
The match never even started, but I'm gonna tell you what. Sarah Logan, dude's a badass bitch. She went after Charlotte and she gave it to her, dude. I'm not playing. Sarah Logan is, dude. It's out of nowhere. I was thinking Charlotte was going. All right, I thought they were going to actually ruin Sarah Logan. Charlotte was going to come out there for a squash match and just put Sarah down.
That's what I thought.
And that did not happen. Sarah Logan took it to Charlotte, beat the holy crap out both of them.
It's crazy, robe.
Yeah, they beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah, you know what? It pisses me off to know that Sarah Logan's been sitting idle for forever. And then the one time she shows up, oh, she's against Charlotte. I'm thinking, great, squash match just ruined this girl's career right now.
Right. And didn't have, Sarah Logan actually put the smackdown on Charlotte. And you know what's crazy to me? We talked about this the other day. Sarah Logan is at Raw. So is Liv Morgan. But they're not working together.
I don't know why they just didn't keep them together and keep the tag team. Like, that's my problem. And you've heard me bitch about this left and right. The tag team division for the women's. Why even do it?
Right.
Because now, like, it's practically meaningless. It's been meaningless since Sasha and Bayley dropped the titles.
That's true. Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan being on Raw, I'm not sure exactly where Ruby Wright fits in all this, but if you guys have seen her lately on Instagram, Ruby Wright has got a new tattoo. It is on her neck. It's interesting. So go check out her Instagram, check out her new tattoo. And I'm not sure when she's coming back. Maybe she'll be back this Royal Rumble. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, and speaking of that, Royal Rumble, Ronda maybe, Nia, Tamina. Got all these women that,
Shayna.
Ember Moon, Shannon, whatever. Anyway, next up, man, we had a squash match here. This is funny. This is what Drew McIntyre comes out against No Jose, which is a clown. This dude, No Way Jose, came from NXT, and he's just a clown. They're using this dude as a squash man,
He was a clown in NXT.
Yeah.
No.
I give this match 1 star only because I like Drew McIntyre. So there you go. So Drew McIntyre picks up the victory here, and this is why I say, because he picked up the mic afterwards, and that's why I'm saying, I think he's ready, dude.
Yeah.
They're going to push him. And Brock Lesnar, you better be ready, dude. I'm telling you what.
They should have let them just have a singles match, but this Rumble thing is interesting. So
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Next up, man, we have Aleister Black going 1-on-1 against Shelton Benjamin here. I give this match 2 stars. Aleister Black did end up picking the victory, but again, man, Shelton Benjamin is a spot where it's bad. You got too many good people, and now they're using Shelton as a squash guy too. I'm not saying I like Shelton. I'm not saying I dislike Shelton, but I like Shelton at the Royal Rumble because that's where him and Coffey usually do the best shit.
Yeah.
Is in the Rumble. I don't know, man.
I
I don't know how I feel about that.
I've always loved Shelton Benjamin's in-ring work. It's just his charisma, his promos. They're not there.
No, you're right. That's it.
But maybe I don't see why he can't try to bring back Charlie Haas or Shelton Benjamin's mama or
Something, man. Something. Give the guy. Look, Kurt Angle can be a manager. Bring him back and put Gable back with Shelton, or put like you said, Haas with back with Shelton.
I'm sure there's tons
the
of
world's
guys
greatest
on the
tag
current
team.
roster too
Whatever.
right now. Like
Whoever. Somebody. I mean, put Shelton somewhere.
Ricochet. Hell, that'd be an interesting tag team.
Yeah. Bring back the Nation, the New Nation.
The nude thing?
The new,
I'm
not
all about,
nude.
Oh,
The new.
I'm all for nude.
But this is an interesting point about this match. Buddy Murphy comes in after this match is over with and plows Aleister Black and it beats the holy crap out of him. So that's interesting. We'll get into that in a second. Next up is your main event for the evening. AOP and Seth Rollins in a main event taking on Mr. Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe with their surprise tag team partner.
Teased it all night of who it would be, and that was interesting all night. Like, in the back early on, Samoa Joe's there with Kevin Owens, and like the 3 of us are going to beat them, and Kevin Owens like,
Who?
like with Charlie?
Yeah.
No,
Not the 3 of us, but 3 of us.
So throughout the night, like there's segments here and there, and finally, in the back, Kevin Owens was like, "Look, I've got to know because I've done a lot of bad things to some people here,
Yeah.
and I gotta know I can trust this guy."
Right.
So Samoa Joe shows him, and you just see Kevin Owens look in the locker room, get a big smile, and walk away and go, "That's gonna work."
Yeah. So it was interesting, to say the least. The third man was, of course,
Well,
it was the Big Show. And the Big Show came out, and I'm going to tell you what, when the Big Show came out, we had a pretty good crowd reaction. I was surprised. A good pop for a Big Show. Man, Big Show ends up doing a good job teaming up with these guys. Of course, Owens and Joe and Big Show win by disqualification because Seth Rollins ends up hitting Joe or Big Show with the chair in the back. But it didn't matter. Big Show ended up knocking out Seth Rollins at the end. And
yeah.
once again, AOP seen dragging somebody up the rampway, and with this time it was their leader, the Monday Night Messiah, Mr. Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Which is a good gimmick, a good name for him. It's no longer the Architect, no longer Monday Night Rollins. Now it's the Monday Night Messiah. That's funny.
CrossFit Jesus.
CrossFit Jesus. There you go.
Yeah, that's actually entertaining. I was like, man, the fucking Big Show, really? And then, like, hey, he still got it, man. He still got it. I gotta give him props.
I gave that match 3.5 stars for,
Yeah.
whatever.
Disqualifications always
Yeah,
run good matches.
yeah, exactly. I'm not too fun. But anyway, what I want to talk about next week also, if you guys are going to tune in to Raw next week, interesting, Brock is going to be back on there next week. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with him or what he has to say or what his advocate has to say. AJ Styles is going to go one-on-one against Randy Orton. Black versus Murphy 3. That's going to be badass. That's going to be exciting itself. So tune in for that. Lastly, against Rusev, of course. And then you're going to have LP and Rollins against Samoa Joe and Owens and a mystery partner in a fist fight. I don't know who. Is it going to be a show again? They didn't say. They just said there's going to be a fist fight next week. So if you guys are ready for that, tune in to Monday Night Raw next week to find out what's going to happen there.
Let me tell you, I really think Raw especially has caught on to what NXT has done to capture audience, and that's good wrestling. Great wrestling. Setting up good feuds that don't involve titles.
This is what I'm saying.
Buddy
Dude.
Murphy and Aleister Black is probably the best thing going on in the main rosters right now.
Yeah.
And it's just
On the Raw side, anyway.
Yeah.
Raw is picking up some speed, buddy, and it's getting hot and heavy. Finally, Raw's picking up a little steam.
Yeah, there was a couple months ago, I was complaining to him. I was like, man, I can't keep watching this shit is garbage.
Yeah, it actually was. I did it for you guys, so you guys know exactly what's going on.
But
We did.
now I'm glad I didn't quit watching it like I
Yeah.
said I might. But
We'll never quit watching it, but I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna tell you the truth. If we dislike something, we're definitely gonna fucking tell you we don't like it. And that it's been bullshit. It sucked. And now it's
I'm
finally
happy to
getting.
see, it seems like Paul Heyman's really kind of taking over creative.
Dude, definitely. Now, is he also taking over creative on SmackDown? Because SmackDown's getting better too, dude. I'm telling you, I don't know.
I heard that's Bruce Pritchard.
Bruce Pritchard might be doing a real good job. But
The thing that really adds up is Vince McMahon is not there.
bingo.
They say that he's still got the last call and shit, but I think he's so focused on XFL right now that he's letting things go that he normally would be like, oh no.
So you got Heyman on Raw, you got Pritchard on SmackDown, you got Triple H on NXT, and you got Shawn Michaels over on NXT UK.
Some great wrestling minds there.
So there you go, man. All four of these brands are coming to their own, and finally we're getting some good storylines, good matches. Something's going to happen. Maybe we got some good writers finally.
Ray and Andrade are making the U.S. belt seem kind of decent.
Dude,
You've heard me complain about this for months. Those mid-card titles are not being used right.
SmackDown's got the Roman Corbin variant, the King Corbin thing going on. They got the Fiend.
I'm actually tired of that, but the interesting thing was the Usos coming back.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We got Samoan Dynasty maybe
We're
making.
actually seeing Shinsuke and Braun Strowman kind of setting up an IC title feud
That's
here.
what I'm saying. Things are happening, man. Things are rolling on SmackDown. Things are rolling on Raw. Tune in this Wednesday night, man. Because NXT is back. AEW is back. So it's
Well, AEW was last week, but
yeah. So it's about to get hot and heavy, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of wrestling action here. Thank you once again for joining me and Skippy right
We
here.
talked a lot today. Sorry if you took too much time.
Right. But thank you so much for joining us right here. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe, comment to us. We'll try and answer you guys back on whatever it is. And hit this post notification button up there, a little bell button, so you can get all me and Skippy's videos. And until next time, you guys, we'll see you guys right back here